We are doing the Ryobi PBLM T50 oscillating tool. Today's 2-minute tool review where I use the tool until I break it and then tell you what I think. It's bad.
First things first, as always, let's go over the advertised features as I test this guy out. The Ryobi has a 3.6 degree oscillation angle.
Probably important to note, in case you don't know what an oscillation angle is, this is the amount that the blade moves right to left. The idea here is that the higher oscillation angle equals more blade movement, which equals better cutting.
So how does this translate to the job site? I don't care if this thing had a 100-degree oscillation angle. The Ryobi is dog water. It stalls out and it barely cuts anything.
Maybe when I first got it, it cut okay, but right now it barely cuts anything at all. I have trouble cutting drywall with it. Don't be dismayed, Ryobi fans, because there is a brand new Ryobi oscillating tool out here, and I'm going to be comparing this one to that one. So let's see if Ryobi listened to their fans and improved on some of the complaints.
So what has Ryobi changed on the T51B? On the newer model, they've increased the oscillation angle to 3.8 degrees, which should increase the cutting performance.
I don't know how it couldn't, because it can't get any worse than how it does right now. It's bad. The next advertised feature here is that it has up to 20,000 oscillations per minute.
Ryobi says that this gives the tool the ability to make cuts into drywall. Well, on mine, not anymore. Metal, I kind of wish it would. Wood, sometimes, maybe, barely. Plastic, yep, still does that. And many other materials, mostly like air and water.
But don't worry, on the brand new model, they have increased the 20,000 oscillations per minute all the way up to 20,000 oscillations per minute. So I expect great things from the new one.
Another defining feature of the T50 is the adjustable speed dial located at the bottom of the tool.
Right in the worst possible place that could ever be in. My finger always ends up here. And so when you're using it, I go fast, low, fast, low, fast, low.
We're gonna give Ryobi some credit here because on the T51, they have relocated the speed dial to the top of the tool where it's not in the way.
The other feature that this has is it's got a real nice click back here to turn it on and off. So you click this up. This is so hard to turn on and off. I gave it to my father at one point in time to use it, and he couldn't turn the button on at all.
With another good call by Ryobi, they've abandoned the switch on the top, moving back to a trigger with a lock.
I'd much prefer the trigger anyway. Another advertised feature on this is that they've got a work light right on the front of this, which I'm sure was nice when it worked, because this hasn't worked in so long, I don't even remember when it quit.
The T51 also advertises the work light, and we can just cross our fingers and really hope that it lasts longer than the previous model.
This guy has a tool-free accessory release, which does work pretty well, and not all of the oscillating tools come with this, including Ryobi's own non-brushless versions that use an Allen wrench.
The second generation also offers a toolless accessory release, but this is a different system where the component that holds the accessory in is a completely removable pin.
Pros are that the new version may hold a little bit better. Cons are is that because that pin comes all the way out, there's a chance of losing it.
Okay, I've been shitting on this pretty bad, but is it really that bad, and what do I really think about it?
It's bad. I am hard on tools. I use them more than any DIYer is ever going to use a tool. And when I first got the tool, to be honest, it worked just fine. So I'm not going to take that out on Ryobi and say that this tool was bad. It's bad. That being said, the new one does look really nice, and Ryobi has been impressing me going from generation to generation. Each time they get a little bit closer to being a professional tool. But my final thoughts on this guy, it's bad.